Yo, welcome back to my channel. It's your boy RABBITTASTIC back with another Bloodhunt video. And in today's video, I have a tier list for you guys today, and this will be for solos. I'm going to be ranking all the characters from worst to best. If you agree with my tier list or disagree, let me know what you agree with and let me know what you disagree with. I would like to know your guys' feedback. But if you like this video in any way, shape, or form, hit the like button on it and consider subscribing for more Bloodhunt content. Okay, in my opinion, the worst out of all these characters for solos would be SIREN. Yes, I think it would be SIREN. Not saying that he's a bad character. I don't think none of the characters in this game are bad. They all have their perks and they all have their ability to be the best in whoever's hands they're in. But out of all of these, I feel like the SIREN is the worst class out of all of these. So I'm going to be putting SIREN in below average. Like I said, they could easily be average, above average, and top tier in someone else's hands. But in the average hands and my hands, I don't think that they would be very high. I think the SIREN's worse in trios than it is in solos. I feel like it'd be better to use in solos than in trios. Yes, the flash is okay. I'm like, it's easy to get away from the flash if you have flash, depending on what character you. Like if you have one of the movement characters like Brute or Vandal, you can just like jump out of there. You are using a Forcer, you can just use your marble and be hard until the flash disappears. The teleport is one of my favorite things on the SIREN because I'm a MUSE main in trios, so I like to teleport. The SIREN's passive, where he can turn everybody's eyes blind whenever he goes to eat one of the people on the street, that's a pretty cool perk, but I still think all the other people are better than him, so I will be keeping him in below average. The second worst character for solos, I would have to say, would be PROWLER. I don't think PROWLER's on the same level as SIREN, but I don't think he's above average or top tier, so I'm going to be putting him in average. He has the bats, which are pretty good to use in trios, but in solos where you're by yourself, they're not the best to use. But in good hands in solos, he could be a top tier character. But in the majority of hands, I would say he's an average character to use in solos. I would say he has a pretty nice Q where he can sit there and get away invisible. The only thing he has going for you, I think both his things are pretty good. I just think the other characters have better Q and E. I would say he has one of the better movements in the game because if he hits his Q, he can just get behind somebody because he's going to be invisible and he can just like sneak right behind them and reposition to a better spot to be able to shoot them. His passive is where he can see. It's where he can see the red footprints behind them when they're running. That's one of the better passives in this game because you can easily find somebody if they like get away. Because if they like blind you or like they start moving and you lost them, you can literally just follow their trail right to them. But yes, I don't think he's as bad as SIREN, and I think the other characters are better than him, so I'm going to be keeping him in average. For the third worst character in solos, I'm going to have to say MUSE. I think everybody else is better than her in solos. I'm like, she's better than a couple of these in trios, but in solos, I think she's not as good as the other characters, so I'm going to be putting her in above average. Because I think the other characters are all better than her, but she's also a decent pick where you can pick her and actually still top frag with her. Because you can use her heal. Her heal is really good in solos and trios. But her heal in solos, like you can like get a couple kills and reposition and heal yourself, then get back in the fight. She has her teleport where she can reposition real easy. She can like make trick plays with it where she leaves it out the door, goes in and kills somebody, like teleports back out. Her passive is where when she's down on the ground, she can teleport away while she's down. That's one of the better passives in this game because you can literally get away way easier. But yes, I would say she's one of the better characters in this game because she's definitely better than PROWLER and SIREN. I would say PROWLER could be better than her in solos, but it's preference, and to me, I think she's better than PROWLER, so I'm going to be keeping her in above average. Okay, the next character I have, which would be the fourth best character for solos, would be, I'm going to have to say Brute. I think Brute's better. Brute's definitely better than MUSE, PROWLER, and SIREN in solos, just because of his movement. His movement with his Q, where he can like jump up in the air and reposition, like is crazy. He can like rotate. If he gets down and he gets one shot, he can easily leave without hesitation. He can send his E at them, which throws like the shockwave where it blocks all bullets and like reflects it back towards them. He has his passive where he takes less damage when he's in somebody's face. I'm pretty sure that's his passive. That might be Vandal's passive. Okay, one of their passive is where they take less damage while they're in someone's face. I think just with his movement alone, he's one of the top characters in this game. He could easily be better than the other 3 that are still left. The other 3 that are in the top 3 for best characters in solos. But I think he definitely better than Muse, Prowler, and Siren, 100%, because just like I said, because of his movement. But yes, I would be keeping him in above average. Okay, the third best character in this game would be, I'm going to say Vandal. Vandal is just like Brewer, but Vandal's movement is way better just because the Vandal has the power slam, which you can use your Q, like jump up in the air, then power slam like in a little alleyway to get away. You can slam down in an alley like a couple blocks away, then wall jump out of there easy. But just like with Brood, I think Vandal's movement alone puts them at the top, where you could be like the worst player in the game and their movement can make you like an average player and above average player at most, just because you can use your movement to your advantage and you don't have to have the best gunny in the game. So your movement just saves you a lot. I think Vandal is our third best character on this list because I could see Brute being better than Vandal in different occasions, but it's just preference, and they're all on above average, so all these guys are to get same skill level. It's just I think Vandal's a little bit better than those 2. Okay, our second best character in the game right now for solos would probably be Saboteur. Just because Saboteur's gas is kind of annoying to deal with in solos. Just because he can have a fight with somebody, he can throw it at them and deal with one. A lot of the gas is ticking the other. He can put it on his flank. He can throw it it's just the gas can do a lot. The gas is it ticks for a lot and does a lot of damage. Also, he has the Q where he can go invisible and reposition perfectly. He can hit it and get behind that person and shoot them, and they would never know he's behind them. He's good. He can throw his smoke down and shoot it, and he can literally he's healing it, and you not be able to see him in the smoke. It's just there's a lot of stuff you can do with the smoke that use to your advantage, and his Q to use to your advantage, like the reposition, get in a better place, get past the AIs. You can just use it up for a lot. But yeah, Saboteur will be our second best character in the game. Vandal and Brute could easily be better than him. It's just depending on your playstyle and your guys' opinion. My opinion is I think he's better than Vandal and Brute. There's a chance in my head that I think Vandal is better than Saboteur, but I'm just going to keep Vandal on above average and Saboteur top tier for now. This could change one day, or it probably will change one day because all these characters won't stay the same forever. And last but not least, the best character in this game for solos is Enforcer. Enforcer is literally, he's powerful. He's definitely 10 times better, more powerful than all these characters in here right now. His marble literally is it's breaking because he can literally just use his marble in a fight, literally destroy you instantly before you can even get a shot off because he's marble. He can sit there and just run at you and start meleeing you. His passive is where he slows you if you're close to him. So that he can literally just slow you, hit his marble, then go in and start meleeing you, and there's literally nothing you can do. Unless you're Vandal and Brute and you can just jump away. That's literally the only thing you can really do. Or you start wall jumping out of there. Saboteur can throw smoke at him. His E is where he dashes at you and stuns you, and you can't. It's everything's stunned and can't really move. That's really powerful too, because if you hit that go marble and start fighting, there's literally nothing they could do to kill you. You're literally just gonna win that 1v, unless you're the person. Unless the Enforcer just chokes, they should win that 90% of the time if they do that to you. But yes, this is my tier list for solos. If you guys agree or disagree with anything I put on this list, let me know down in the comments and tell me where you think people should be. Let me know if you think I'm way off. Everyone has their opinions. And my opinions could be different than your opinions, so if you agree with anything, just let me know. If you disagree with anything, let me know. Also, if you're new around here, hit the like button on this video and consider subscribing. Because I'm going to be uploading a lot of Bloodhunt content because I'm addicted to this game and it's literally the best game that's come out in the last 2 years. But with all that being said, I hope y'all have a fantastic day. And I will catch y'all in the next video. Bye!
Turn the crib into a club fantasy and Buddha screaming thug life. Get it, baby, you know I'm the plot right. Fucking got a feeling that it's gonna be a long night. Whoa, everything I touch turn cold. Need no introduction cause they know Brit and Mo. I hit the lotto, my motto. Roll up gelato and throttle a couple models staccato who fucking brought up the bottles. I'm gone ham, this ain't even luck, all planned. Y'all know who the fucks I am. Burning bucks, smoke bands. Always been the MO since the start of this, and now I'm on a mission like I'm Artemis. Hey.